Hey y'all, before we start the video, make sure y'all hit the gear icon at the bottom, select 1080p or 4K for the best quality. With that being said, we're finna get into the episode. We're finna talk about smoking weed. I don't think no leader of the household, no man of the household should smoke weed, but I ain't gonna spoil everything. I'm gonna let y'all watch it. Appreciate y'all tapping in. All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Don't Be a Viking podcast. Today I got a familiar face with me. Now introduce yourself by name, age, relationship status.
Okay, well, my name is Kizzy. You said what else you said?
Name, age, and relationship
I'm
status.
23 now, and I'm single.
Okay. Now, the first question we're gonna get into is: do you have a problem with if your partner smoked weed?
No, I would. Well, like if I'm not smoking.
Nah, like in your current condition right now.
No, so I wouldn't have a problem because I currently smoke.
Okay. Now, is that the only reason? Is because you currently smoke? If you didn't smoke, would you have a problem with it, or you would still be leaning towards it?
I wouldn't have no problem if they doing it, but if I'm trying to better myself, don't bring this shit around me.
Okay. Just do it on their own time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just have some respect for my boundary of not smoking anymore.
Okay.
And take that shit somewhere else.
So why wouldn't you mind? Like,
why wouldn't I mind?
Yeah.
For them?
Yeah.
That ain't got shit to do with me.
Okay. Now, say if your partner did
now, if it see, now that's a big ass problem.
Yeah.
That's a big ass problem. Now, I wouldn't date no meth.
So why wouldn't you date a meth head, but you would date somebody that smoke weed?
For one, the weed came from the earth.
Okay.
It has positive and it has cons. Meth was man-made. Ain't nothing positive coming out of that shit.
Okay. Let's say cocaine.
There ain't no positive coming out of that shit either.
We know cocaine come from something natural, a coca plant. So
abuse. Hell no. Man-made. They took something from the earth and mixed it with something man-made and abused the fuck out of it. No, thank you. That shit drive you to different experiences that we can never take you. So.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Do you think a man, like whatever man you submit yourself to in marriage or whatever, do you think this man should be wise? And do you think this man should be brave?
So I would say yes. Because,
to both?
Yes, because I want to be wise. I want to be brave. And I want someone to be the same as me so we can have a connection. Okay. So the marriage can last.
Okay. Now, let's segue into something different right now.
Gotcha.
Let's say, what is a top goal you got in life? Like, what do you want to achieve out of life?
Being peaceful.
Okay.
We are here in hell on earth.
Yeah.
At least make it peaceful while we're here.
Okay. Do you think achieving peace, achieving heaven in the midst of hell,
yes,
do you think that would be a difficult task?
Damn right.
Okay.
Because we are in a little hologram that everybody is following, and once you realize that peace is all you care about and not goddamn fancy clothes, motherfucking long ass hair and cool whips and big ass fucking houses.
Yeah.
You will see how peaceful life could be when you're not trying to have this image or bring up this image.
Okay. Since there's a tall task, achieving peace in the middle of chaos, since that's difficult to do you think that will take an intense amount of focus and intention? Most
definitely.
Okay.
Focus, determination, boundaries like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because everybody not gonna click with you when you start being authentic.
Okay.
Once they show your true self, that's how you know if somebody fuck with you or not.
Okay.
And if they don't, shit, they wasn't meant for you, goddamn.
I agree with that.
And then after that, life gets peaceful.
Okay. Now, this is why I asked those questions in that order. So, you said you are cool if your partner smoke. If you don't smoke anymore, you will ask them, yeah, they can still smoke, but do it away from you. Mm-hmm. You want a man to be brave. You want a man to be wise. And you got a tall task you want out of life, achieving peace. Mm-hmm. The reason I ask those questions is because when we smoke weed, they have studied weed in a way to prove that weed makes you unfocused, that weed takes your intention off of whatever circumstances you may be currently in, and weed will make you less brave. So if you got a tall task in life You want to achieve peace. It would make sense for your partner if he attacking his own tall task, cool, or he should at least be attacking your task with you. Whatever tall task he trying to attack, if he smoke weed habitually, then this person will be more unfocused. So if he do smoke weed and now he more unfocused, he putting himself on a greater probability to fail in life. Now, you being his partner, if he fail, you gonna fail subsequently. Unless you leave him.
No. Just remember, guys, there's only one room in a casket, and that's only for yourself. Whatever partner, sister, brother, cousin do, it ain't got shit to do with you. So as long as it doesn't affect you, observe and don't absorb. However the fuck you say that shit.
I get what you're saying.
With the scientific shit, that shit don't always be right. I'm gonna break it to y'all. Okay. Just because they scientists, just like you say one lie, that don't mean you just labeled a liar. Yeah. But I've seen weed do, you have 2 strands of weed. You have the indica and then you have the sativa. Yeah. So they produce different experiences within the body. Okay. Some of them might start bullshitting off weed, others would be more productive. Okay. Really just a mind thing. And once you learn how to control your mind, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Okay. Now
look at fucking Jocelyn on crack and she doing a damn thing. Okay. But crack ain't stopping her. And then you have people like shit for them on goddamn weed that's sit there on goddamn weed that don't even want to pick up an application and apply for that bitch. So it's different things.
Now, do I agree with what you said about if science is always right? Of course not. But this is the thing about a topic like that. Are they always right? No. But I will bet my money on them being more correct. People who actually study the ins and outs of it than just the users. Now, as a user,
how you gonna tell me about some shit that I am currently experiencing right
now? I'm gonna say this. I used this example last podcast. Okay. When you look at an animal, just by observing it, even if you don't know much about this animal, by just looking at it, you able to tell different inner qualities about this animal.
That's why you don't judge a book by its cover, because just because you see a lion don't mean that bitch gonna be brave and goddamn a king of the jungle. Shit, look at motherfucker Simba. It took a village to get his ass up there.
Okay. Now, first of all, this is a damn cartoon, but
it might be a cartoon, but it's life.
Let's use a real lion for example. Lion got them sharp canine like teeth.
Let's use a pit bull. Okay. Everybody, when you hear the word pit bull, what do they think?
Vicious.
Exactly. Okay. I have a pit bull. I raised him to be a nice, intelligent, sweet black young man. When people see him, they run away from him because he's big and he's a pit bull. Okay. But if you get to acknowledge him and get to know him, he's just a cute little, lovey, handsome baby.
Now, I'm gonna ask you this: do you think he got that way from what his nature is, or from how he was raised?
How he was raised.
Exactly. So that's not his nature. If you leave him to his own, for example, the black man in America today.
But people, because God didn't just put vicious ass animals down. Yeah. They had to be down here for a reason and have a goal to complete. Same thing as how you raise a nice groomed dog. You can raise them vicious motherfuckers. Okay. It's more vicious being raised because they were used to battle than nurturing kind dog that actually wants to be a sane animal.
Okay, I agree with you. Environment do play a huge role in the shaping of an individual.
Of everything, goddamn it.
But environment is not the only side to it.
Okay.
Also, it's the essence of whatever individual you have. So we can say black people here in America, our environment, being living under our oppressor for over 400 years, trained by them, taught by them, raised by them, we are in a dumb, deaf, and blind condition. We are in a condition where we cause self-harm, inflict harm on ourselves and our other brothers and sisters. But even though that's our current condition, I was just going to say, is that our nature? No. Our environment created that. What is the black man's and woman's nature? To treat each other like brothers and sisters. Are we doing that? No, because our environment corrupted us. Yes, I agree with you.
I wouldn't put that on race. Because
who did it? Did we do it to ourselves?
I wouldn't put it on. I wouldn't say black. I would say all races is like that. But
who in the worst condition? Shit, us. Who was in the most superior condition? Us. Do you think we would fall from one to last unintentionally? No, this had to be an intentional design.
We was programmed to do that.
By who?
I ain't gonna put y'all on the front.
By who? See, that's
we know. Y'all know.
That's what we gotta identify. You said we can't make it a race thing. I say
I'm not saying it's just us because shit. It's it's more than us. Goddamn it.
I agree with
the white people. The good other side of the people, they were programmed to take. They steal the education and portray it as their own.
Okay.
And now since we are the ones that getting took it from, we are supposed to be programmed to be the crazy motherfuckers. Because when we try to fight back, like say, I take your goddamn book bag because I like it. Oh, you're gonna try to fight me back because I took your fucking book bag. And I'm like, you're fucking crazy because this is my fucking book bag.
Yeah.
And that's how goddamn word is created between black and white.
Now, if our essence is not to hurt each other and kill each other, but our environment corrupted our essence, that goes to prove, yes, it is a such thing as environment.
Yes.
But it is a such thing as nature and essence as well. So even though your pit bull is a nice, kind pit bull, his environment made him that. He is not a kind pit bull by nature.
And what would he be by nature if he wasn't nurtured into being kind?
A damn dog.
And what dogs are I won't say man because it's mine too. But dogs are a person's best friend. They're not put here to be vicious.
Want me to put you on game? And this is not even my topic, so I'm not gonna go deep into that. I'm gonna put you on game. The term dog is man's best friend did not originate with black people. That originated with white people. And I'm not gonna go deep into it, but I'm just give a brief overview. That term came from them because before they were civilized, the dog helped them remain safe. In situations where they wouldn't normally be safe in, let's say if I'm somewhere super dark, if I'm somewhere in the cave taking cover or whatever. If I can't see in the dark, you can't see in the dark, but a dog got senses that will alert it when a bear, a snake, something that will be predatory towards me comes.
His environment teach him how to be that protective? I don't fucking think so. That's his nature. His nature. Exactly. So he wasn't put down here. He wasn't put down here to be vicious and bite motherfuckers as people portray them to be just because of the name and how they look. Just like they protected them back then when a dog best friend, it's the same goddamn thing.
You know what the dog did?
He protected and put his life on the line. He sacrificed for the motherfucker.
By going to eat that damn whatever the hell coming.
Eat or get ate, motherfucker. Being peaceful ain't all about, being happy, control yourself, not saying shit, not speaking up. Peaceful don't let anybody fucking play with you. Or play with who you love.
Would you consider a wolf peaceful? Or is a wolf violent by nature? Can you tame a wolf? Yes. But by nature, is a wolf violent?
That's a wild motherfucking animal right there.
It's a wolf violent.
Now, I'm gonna say
now, where do dogs come from? Do dogs not come from wolves? Are they not?
You talking about huskies?
No, huskies all dogs. Where you think your little pit bull came from? A long time ago, somebody
it wasn't
took
for
a wolf.
Fucking wolf.
Google it. Where did dogs come from?
Give us 5 minutes.
Where did dogs come from? Exactly. Did dogs come from? So your little pit bull that you love a long time ago was a big bad wolf that ate niggas. Yeah, you love that little wolf, don't it? You love that little wolf.
Dude, best $250 I spent on a motherfucker. Okay. They formed partnerships. They read human expression, so they pretty goddamn smart.
It was some domesticated wolves. The niggas kept domesticating over time, and you got a different product.
But I'm saying though, how the hell you turn a wolf to all different kind of breeds of fucking dogs?
Just like you would turn broccoli originate from Brussels sprouts or whatever it originate from. Just how you take the original and you graft it to something different.
This has to be breeding. We're not gonna do fruits and veggies when you.
That's breeding. That's breeding.
That's different. Fruits and veggies don't have sex. You just put them together and then they combine. This you have to mate with this to create something else. What the
like
fuck
a
did
donkey.
It make?
You take a mule. You take a horse.
We back on this goddamn thing here. What do you breed with the wolf to get all these different types of bulldogs, fucking chihuahuas?
You can take different type of wolves and keep bringing them with lesser breeds. For example,
where the fuck a wolf come from?
Genetics teachers, black people came first. We was the first people on earth. Now the question is, how do you go from black to every other race? How do you go from black, the most dominant, all the way to white, the most recessive? What you would do, you would take it through a process.
Can produce any single race.
How though? If you go get with another black man and y'all have 1,000 babies, no baby will be white. You can produce an albino, but an albino is not white. An albino person is still black. So you gotta ask yourself, yes, you can produce any color. Cause albino got the complexion of white, but genetically they're not white. But since they got the complexion, you can produce every single color. How do you get a white person though from your black womb? The same way you will get the dog from a wolf. You will breed the lightest black person you can find with the lightest black person. When them two lightest black people can still make a black as hell, blacker than this mic cover baby, you will discard that baby and you will keep making them reproduce till they produce another light one. And you keep making the light with the light over a period of time. Same thing. So in this situation, you keep making the recessive with the recessive and sending the dominant aside. You'll do the same thing with the wolf. They sound fucked up, but it's gonna take a long time. A dog from a wolf didn't happen overnight, just like white from black didn't happen overnight. It's gonna take a long time, but if you keep doing that process, either intentionally or unintentionally, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna always be intentional. But you keep doing that process, bam, you get a different product. Now, that's beside the point. The point I was saying was, you have a nature and you have an environment. Yeah, the nature can be corrupted by the environment, but the nature's still there, even though the people not acting on their nature. So I say that to say, yeah, you right. Some people can smoke weed and they can still be productive. Some people can smoke weed and they can be gone
lazy than a motherfucker.
But regardless if you able to still be focused, the proof will prove that even though you are still focused, it still impairs you, whether it's to a great scale or a mediocre scale.
If it lets you.
It ain't even about letting. Because look.
Now, if you let it. If you let it.
Back to environment and nature. Me and you, a lot of our teeth are flat. Only a few teeth are sharp. If you look at a lion, most of its teeth, if not all its teeth, is sharp. By looking at the teeth of an animal or a creature, you able to tell what that animal's supposed to eat. We supposed to eat mostly fruits, vegetables. Like, we're not supposed to be meat eaters, but out of our environment, we adapted to eat meat. But that's still not the most efficient thing for us.
Okay, let me give you another example.
Hold on, I'm finna cook.
Okay,
I'm finna cook. So we're not supposed to eat meat, but we still live a long time eating meat.
Shit.
Now let's say lion. By judging by his teeth, it got these sharp knife-like teeth. It's supposed to eat meat. Now, if you feed a lion an all-fruit diet, this lion is not going to be as efficient as it would be if you gave it meat. So you got two different animals or two different creatures, two different sets of teeth, two different insides. They're supposed to get two different diets. Cool. But even though we don't supposed to eat meat, we eat it and we still be straight. I've been eating meat all my life. No homo, I ain't dead. You been eating meat all your life. You ain't dead. Cool. So you can do something.
I just repeat what you said.
You can do something that's against your nature and still not have dramatic signs of it. So smoking weed is not in our nature. It's against our nature.
Moses had a burning bush. Keep that in mind.
Now, you think Moses was around here smoking weed.
He didn't say what bush it was.
You think Moses was around here smoking weed.
Keep it in mind.
Hell nah.
Keep it in mind. But let me break this down.
All right, break it down.
We're going to start with something that's very common. Abusive father.
All right.
You're going to have two boys. Both of them in the same environment.
All right.
Both of them have the same nature because they got the same dad. It was put here for a reason that God gave them, correct?
All right.
One of them sons are going to take up behind their dad and continue to be women. The other one going to see what dad is doing and learn that shit not right and that's not what he want moving forward. It's always how you think, how you see things, a mind thing. Always observe, don't absorb.
Okay.
You can put me in a goddamn room with a bunch of damn food. You think I'm gonna turn into a damn food with them? Hell no. Okay. You have to strengthen your mind to not let that affect you. Let that take over you. Like in this world full of all these drinkers, weed smokers, you know damn well that you don't want to smoke weed and you don't drink. Don't fucking do it.
Okay.
Don't let nobody prepare you to do some. Same thing with the goddamn dog. Dog was down here to protect and be a friend. But then you have us. I think it's us that started this shit that gets dogs and fucking not breed them, but teach them to attack. And then that's when this became the bad came good because it got motherfuckers paid. Anybody do anything for a goddamn check.
Let me ask you this. You said all science is not always correct, which I agree with. Now, here comes the question.
Okay.
They are professional scientists. They spend all their days studying this, the insides and outside, the chemical side, the biological side, the physical side, the metaphysical side. Like they study weed and any other drug they put in their lab all day. The question is, do you think your individual experience as a user outweighs the knowledge they have collected as scientists?
Yes. God damn it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand 10 behind myself all.
So
yeah, what they say, you for one, everything that's put out is altered. They gonna make sure everything cool, calm, and collected before they produce that bitch out. So yeah, scientists might say this, but you know damn right. Like say, oh, the scientist said no. Better the news people, the weatherman said it's gonna be raining outside. You go outside, it's sunny fucking day.
Okay.
Weatherman drove us wrong about a couple times.
Okay.
He the weatherman, but we supposed to believe him. He on TV. He got a degree in weather and shit. But you wrong as hell today.
The question is, do you think you have a higher probability of predicting what the weather gonna be than the weatherman?
That ain't my goddamn occupation.
Exactly. Wait, no.
It's your occupation. It's your occupation. But you outside saying it's gonna rain, but it's clear today that it's.
We admit it. They be wrong sometimes.
Okay, so
but you just said that ain't your occupation. Meaning, you won't know as much as him. So you also won't know as much as the scientist.
That's not what I'm getting.
What you getting at?
Y'all praising too many motherfuckers depending on this title that they have gave themselves. All this shit is man-made at the end of the day. I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Yes, he might went to school for 4 years and got his degree and all this shit. Like same thing for pastors and shit. You got your degree in ministry.
Yeah.
You preaching every fucking Sunday. All this and all that. You think they finna go home and practice what they preach?
Okay.
Hell no.
Now, this our conclusion, y'all. So we won't be on this one topic for so long. This our conclusion. I'm saying
you just can't believe everything fucking science.
Even though scientists are wrong sometimes.
Go with your
research that they have collected will outweigh our own personal opinions or what we consider as facts on the topic. If we consider A, B, and C to be true about weed, but the scientists have collected data that suggests 1, 2, and 3 are true about weed, we can keep siding with what we knew all this or thought we knew all this time, A, B, and C. We can side with it. But it would be more wise, in my opinion, to side with the people who studied this, like, for however long they've been studying.
You stand for nothing, you fall for anything. I'm gonna tell y'all that shit. You sit here and keep believing these goddamn motherfuckers over what you truly going through and watch how they fail you every goddamn time. Believe in yourself and not what the next motherfucker
now,
always fuck around and find out for your goddamn self.
What the scientists are saying, the personal beliefs that you hold to be true, side with that over what other people whose profession to do this is.
Another example when you get there.
Go ahead.
When you go to the doctor and they diagnose yourself with
right.
some shit. Say the worstest goddamn thing in the cancer.
Right.
What they tell you to do?
Take some medicine?
No, they tell you get a second fucking opinion. You know why? Because their first doctor probably don't half-ass know what they talking about, or could be It could be a percentage of their, they misdiagnosing your way. I mean, have been times they have. So I'm just saying, don't put your 100% trust in what you see on black and white. Okay. Trust none of what you fucking hear and half-ass what you see.
You know, their second diagnosis they're gonna send you to is also another scientist, right?
But you can't trust them all. It's not. No, it's a doctor. No damn scientist.
What you think a doctor is? All scientists mean somebody who studies some to know a certain outcome. That's all the scientists. You a scientist in certain areas of your life.
It's scientists that don't even have to do shit with goddamn it. Doctors.
I agree. Dr. Sabi is a scientist. Yaki Awaken, the science. I agree with that.
Rest in peace, that good man.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm, all these folks is scientists.
Goddamn scientists.
That's all it means to study something, to know something.
Study something.
Now, y'all take whoever opinion y'all want to take.
They kind of similar.
Yeah, y'all take my opinion on it. Y'all take his opinion. We're gonna leave that talk alone.
They're just like motherfucking scientists say, every goddamn 3 people, they got some shit. There's 3 people in this motherfucker. Which one of us got it?
Now,
neither one do it.
You keep doing it though.
Exactly.
You gonna find the room with all 3 of them. Got the damn near all the above.
You just gotta take your better judgment with the shit. Just like motherfuckers, you said scientists would say all this bad shit about weed.
Yeah.
Bad shit. If you got a strong mind, you don't let what this scientist say shit abide by you. Shit, you can do any fucking thing.
Okay. Now,
that's all
we're gonna leave that topic right there, y'all. So
but I do understand what you're saying though. Because I've been in both spots. Weed has made me productive, and weed has also made me goddamn lazy as a bitch. Don't want to get up out the bed. So I understand both parts. But it just depends on what you let it do to you.
Okay. Now, I say, and this the last summary on this topic, then we move to the next one. I say, if you got big goals in life, don't smoke weed.
I 100% agree.
The proof has been shown to us that it will make you more unproductive. Slaves and oppressors, period, over time have multiple times gave weed and alcohol and other intoxicants to their subordinates, to the people they own as slaves. Why? To get them unfocused, because a high mind is a more unfocused and unintentional mind. So they'll give the slaves alcohol or other intoxicants, weed, etc. Why? Because I'm not worried about you overcoming your oppression or overthrowing your slave masters if you're an unfocused slave. So I think it's you. So since we know as Black people in America we are oppressed, it's not a wise idea to say, I'm going to try to achieve these great feats out of life, overcome my oppression, but simultaneously indulge in intoxicants that make us unfocused. That's the same thing the slave master did to the slave. So my take on it is, if it's been proof that these intoxicants make us unfocused, it make us have a false euphoric feeling. Euphoric just mean happy. Like, your ass really oppressed day in and day out. But when you hit this intoxicant, you forget you're oppressed and now you just feel good. If it got these type of qualities to it, as an oppressed person, gang, you should indulge in these things to achieve, like she said, she want peace. In a world full of hell, she want peace. To achieve these great desires out of life, we got to be fully focused and intentional. We said earlier, do you think with that goal, you will have to be the most focused, the most intentional you got to be? You said, yeah, and you added determined and other adjectives in there. To do that, guy, we don't got time to waste on being intoxicated.
Okay, I'm going to leave you with this.
Leave us with something. The
scientists that ran all these tests, best believe you, they ran a test on a person that's drunk and a person that's high.
Yeah.
Which one is illegal?
Which one is illegal?
Exactly. Which one we are banned that we have no business dealing with? Exactly. And they know exactly why. And I'm going to just leave it with that.
Okay. So you think we will be more beneficial?
Yes, it's banned for a reason.
Okay.
We make you see some shit that you need to see, but you have no business seeing.
Okay.
It opens your third eye, I feel like.
So cocaine banned too.
It's just like
open up your third eye?
No, that's man-made. That's man-made.
Weed is
not man-made. It's not man-made. It's altered. Weed grew out the ground, and people
Just
still grow weed.
Cocaine.
No,
cocaine.
No, cocaine is a mix of something they took from the ground that's supposed to benefit us and mixed it with some man-made shit.
No,
and once they seen how chaotic it got you motherfuckers going when they put it on the street, that's why they banned their own shit. But people are already hooked, so now they selling it on the ground.
See, just like
weed is a different thing. A motherfucker picked it up and don't know why they thought to light it up and smoke it, but it gave them some out of this world experience.
Okay.
Same thing with liquor. Okay.
Y'all good.
Liquor, goddamn it, is goddamn created with shit. Wine is different. God gave us wine. But now, liquor is different. That shit man-made. And that shit'll make your ass tweak out to the point your mind can't even function correctly. You have a choice with weed.
Okay.
But with liquor, you got your body for real. Okay. Same thing with shrooms. Goddamn it. Shrooms is mushrooms are grown from the fucking ground. It takes you on a journey that, is gonna give you ego death. God is gonna show you some things that say you want to be great. Goddamn it. If you take a shroom and God's gonna give you that chance, that open that portal to show you how to be great. It's not gonna be, maybe be a good experience, it might be a bad trip. But you know what you need to know once your ass come down. Okay. Liquor, it's nothing good come out of that.
Now, earlier I said, do you want a man to be wise? Mm-hmm. More evidence was shown that weed make us less intelligent. Before we go into it, I'm gonna just read it straight from here.
Gotcha.
Chronic marijuana use has a damaging effect on brain function. A recent study demonstrated that smoking 4 joints or more per week resulted in a decrement in mental test performance. Subjects who smoked regularly for a decade or more did the worst. The investigators found that long-term marijuana users were impaired 70% of the time on a decision-making test, compared to 8% for non-smokers. Weed heads can function very normally in society. Chronic or long-term use of marijuana affects higher level mental activity called executive functions. This is why we can't tell the effects, the downsides of weed so easily on a surface level. Now, long story short, they saying if you smoke weed a lot, you not as decisive. You can't make decisions as better as people who don't smoke. 70% compared to 8%. And they said if you smoke weed, then your ability to do higher level mental activities is impaired. So let's say something you do on a daily. Like let's say I work at Amazon. Me smoking weed every day will not affect my ability to perform high at Amazon. I'm going to still be able to do that just as well. Higher mental stuff, as far as complex stuff, remember, we said we got big goals out of life. You trying to overcome a world of hell to create peace. This will take a lot of intention, a lot of focus. This will require your higher mental ability. This ain't no little basic you'll be able to achieve. If it was that easy, everybody would be peaceful right now. So this will call for you to call on them higher mental faculties. Them higher mental faculties is what we mess with. You see what I'm saying? So you said you don't want a man that's not wise. If he trying to be wise, he gonna need them higher mental faculties. So if this a man that smoke weed,
his mind.
How he gonna do that if weed impair his mind?
It got to come within. It got to come within.
If you put the weed within, it's gonna fuck with all them that smart mental faculties you have within.
It's some deeper shit you have to sit back and train yourself. You got to go through shit to reach that level of mind strength.
What would you have to go through?
I can't explain it to you. This is 23 years of going through shit. Just, goddamn it.
Okay.
But it takes trauma. I wouldn't make it sound bad, but it takes trauma to exercise your mind. Oh, you go through something, you see what not to do, you see what you can do to be better.
Okay.
Goddamn it. Weed is certain different type of weed. Motherfucker be out here lacing shit, altering shit. Weed ain't as good as it was back then. All natural weed motherfuckers build a house on that shit. Nowadays, I don't know what they put in it. This should have put down the horse.
Okay, so
it's the times have changed.
If you admit
I think
it's
everything
altered,
is based off the world and the economy and not the spirit. Goddamn.
If you admit it's altered, why would you still advocate for it?
All of it is not altered, but some of it is.
The we get is altered.
Shit, ain't no telling, goddamn. Even the scientists that alter that shit that you speak highly of and put this shit back down here. Just
I don't speak highly of them.
Just so see how can fuck with us, goddamn.
I still don't think, because I'm an
say,
advocate of exactly what you're saying. I don't think we was naturally altered. It just did this over time. No. Scientists, even scientists, the same scientists that experiment
like with the wolves and shit, with how you mutilate a wolf, goddamn, they mutilate everything. Facts. Your ass, weed, food, every goddamn thing.
So I don't.
Times are different, and I'm really speaking from the spirit and not the goddamn vessel that we in, because we didn't been through some shit. I didn't have weed when I was 14 years old, hitting like a motherfucker, and goddamn, and I was able to do it. If I was on a treadmill, how's a bitch? Who do you see people smoke and get on the treadmill? Now I get weed nowadays. In time, I want to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
So you just have to train your mind, because you got to use what we work with. You got to work with what we got.
Yeah.
If you still want to continue to smoke weed, and I'm not even praising weed all like that, because I do want to stop my damn self.
Yeah.
And I 100% understand the cons you talking about in the pros, but I just feel like weed itself is not bad. We created what I wouldn't even say weed. They created it to be bad.
I would agree with that. I still, even if you take the most natural weed from 50,000 years ago.
Yeah, it used to be a natural thing.
Yeah, I still think if you take the most natural weed, I still think light something on fire and inhaling it will cause different side effects anyway. Yeah, but
and then we not putting it in pipes no more. You know, we do a little pipe. No nicotine, no nothing there. But now we got big backwoods guards, everything. They got tobacco in it, and tobacco is fucking us up slowly but surely.
Like inhaling fire in any way. I was talking to my fiance about this the other day. Even if it's just herbs, because I know some people just smoke regular herbs. And she asked me, "What's my thoughts on that?" Listen. Inhaling any type of smoke, it don't matter what you are smoking.
We inhaling invisible smoke, goddamn.
Inhaling smoke is bad, bro. That's gonna cause some type of damage somewhere. But I do agree with Kizzy was saying. If we take, let's say, 50,000 years ago, a marijuana plant, and when you smoked it, yes, bro, it's way less harmful than what you would be smoking now. The main harm from it will be because you inhaling fire, not from the plant itself. The plant is, like she said, a pure plant, but inhaling fire where we get the negative sound. I said sound effects, negative side effects. But the weed we got now, the same scientists. This why I want to correct when you say speak highly of. No, I don't speak highly from a morality perspective of these scientists. These the same exact people who put crack in our societies, who took the coca plant, what the people in that region of the earth been using as medicine. They took the coca plant and healed themselves and used it for recreational
they took your
use.
Ass, a piece of your ass when you went to the doctor. that last time you went to the doctor, and you floating around here somewhere. Goddamn.
Them same people that use the coca plant, this is natural to them. They didn't have side effects, but the same evil scientists took the coca plant that them native people was using, altered it, like she said. Now you get cocaine. Now you get other side effects that is harmful and put in the black community. So these same scientists that do the test and show us how weed bad is the same scientists that made weed bad. So I'm not praising them on a morality standpoint. But what I do want to say is how she said the coca plant was altered. Yes, it was. Weed is also altered. The coca plant was used as an attack on us as black people. Like, let's put the crack in their community. Let's make the war on drugs. Let's turn them to crackheads and prostitutes and etc. Cool. The same thing was done with weed, not on this scale, because crack is way harder than weed. Like, y'all just seeing what I just read. Weed has a subtle approach. Like I said, you won't be able to tell from your normal day-to-day functions effect weed having on you, because it's way more subtle. If I give your ass some crack, you will be able to tell right away. So yes, I do agree with that point. Other drugs more hard. But even though we got a more subtle approach, it's still an attack on us as black people. And I prove that in a later video. I'm going to do a video by myself and we're going to go over all the facts on how weed is harmful to us and how it was purposely made that way and given to black people. But that's a conversation for another day. Now, matter of fact, we're going to end this episode right here. We're finna open up episode 2, y'all. Appreciate y'all for typing in this episode of the Don't Be a Viking podcast. Go on, type in episode 2. Me and Kizzy finna get into something else. Appreciate y'all.